is entitled to check and round. Right.
Yes, and I believe that we will be able to show proof that indeed, once again, you have mistaken yourself. Thank you.
Tap Merrick.
Mayor Spitaleri and honorable council members, this is a kumbaya moment because Terry Fowler is a friend of mine. Mayor Spitaleri, I endorsed you the last time you ran. You were anxious and appreciative of receiving my endorsement for you when you ran against Councilmember Meyering. I also voted for Councilmember Meyering and supported him, not financially, when he ran this last time. So I'm probably more impartial than than most people. Now, I'm looking at this resolution, which has no number, and paragraph 3, and it says, complying with both the letter and spirit of the laws and policies affecting the operations of government, conducting themselves in a manner as to be above reproach and avoid the appearance of impropriety. Okay, let's see, English definition dictionary, Reverso, whoever they are, describes beyond reproach as perfect, beyond criticism. The Free Online Dictionary also defines it that way, but also says so good as to preclude any possibility of criticism. Now, people receiving campaign contributions have received criticism for their actions, not including Mr. Meyering. There have been significant other people in the past, and so now you're saying that if they have to be beyond reproach, the public is already reproaching you for those actions, and so it is a criticism. So this whole thing isn't valid because your argument in this case is invalid because your actions are not beyond reproach. They're reproachable when you accept campaign contributions. Then you don't recuse yourself or don't at least identify who your donors are when you vote on their projects. It's your responsibility. Now, I'm not accepting contributions as a candidate. I'm not accepting contributions from developers or from unions, regardless of how much they may or may not love me. So it won't be an issue for me. So I will be beyond reproach, and I don't think many of you cannot hold that same method. Now, a couple of other things. My father was an attorney and a federal judge. He asks a lot of questions. I noticed that the mayor got really upset one day with Councilmember Meyering when he was first on the dais because he asked short little questions, and he asked repeatedly. This is what lawyers do. They're leading you down the garden path to come out with the answer that they're looking for. They all do it, and they're trained to do it, and so he was just following his own training. Thank you. Any questions?
No. Andy Maloney, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak again. Well, everything I've heard so far just confirms what I said before in support of Pat. His words have a ring of truth, and that's how it comes across. This man has done his homework. Mr. Spiloteri, you make this resolution and there's no backup. Okay, that doesn't carry any weight out here. That's the way it comes across. And he refuted every one of your points. And he's looking pretty tall right now. I want to give a little bit of history on this downtown thing because this was 10 years ago. And I was very involved in it. And I see the same thing happening here. The citizens came forward. We had 3 propositions. We collected 18,000 signatures just so that the citizens could have a voice in that downtown. We were shut out. As an architect, I tried to help the city staff. I prepared plans. I said, gee, you ought to do this and this and this and this. I was routinely shut out, very rudely, I might point out. But I continued. And we organized a group. We wanted to help. We were shut out. It was very weird because we as citizens, we have ownership in this city, and we felt that we had to come forward and at least offer some help and make our voices heard. We had the best of intentions. What we saw, especially on the night where that plan was approved, I'll never forget the developer, the city staff, and the council members high-fiving each other on that dais, that they had kicked our you-know-whats. The little group that we had. They had spent so much time and effort, and they were so overjoyed that they had really done something. And now look what we have. We have a mess. We warned repeatedly, you're going down the wrong road here. You have a plan that's terrible. You have your financing is all messed up. This thing isn't going to work. We offered solutions. Let the thing grow by itself. I mean, just the way it did originally. We were ignored. We were called horrible names. There were cartoons of us in the newspaper. We couldn't get the time of day if we asked for backup information about city records. It was awful. It was an awful experience. I see the same thing happening here. I see this gentleman being blocked out. I just wonder when things are going to clean up around here. The money has got to get out of this chamber. Decisions have to be made that benefit the city, the people. That's the only way things get better. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Mei-Ling, Sefan?
Good evening. My name is Mei-Ling Sefan. I'm perplexed to see this motion made after Agenda 1F on April 30th. I have voted for Council Member Meyering and Council members who wish to censure him. Fortunately, I'm not obliged to think like anyone I have voted for, so I have no identity crisis. Is this a motion to make a mountain out of a molehill? It seems that the motion is largely based on feelings. Feeling frustrated, feeling insulted. But these are very subjective and arbitrary. Furthermore, can council be the prosecutor as well as the judge? I think the motion has little substance. There was not even an independent group to assess whether there has been misconduct or just a mutual lack of courtesy. I think it is the latter. It is not fair to voters to so hastily put the motion on today's agenda. 1 week does not allow time for the proper notification that voters deserve. Or even just this signage issue, I got at least 3 emails. And are you violating our trust in you when you do not even try first to work better together? I appreciate the comments made last week by Council Members Davis and Whittam. Council Member Davis' comment was especially insightful. Why would you want to go back on your commitment to Sunnyvale and go back on the freedom which is the foundation of our democracy? Would it eclipse your contributions and legacy? And would you feel true to your pledge of allegiance? I urge you to rescind the motion or vote no on the resolution. I hope you will also consider a peacemaking subcommittee. Thank you. My spouse recommends the movie Music Man. In the movie, the council members stop quarreling when they learn they can sing well together.